Ahoy everybody, I am here live in Haiti and I'm doing a video because I'm inspired to do so. Now, why am I in Haiti? I'm here to speak at the Haiti Tech Summit. This is my third year, so I'm super pumped about it. And I actually came a few days... Okay, so it looks like it looks like they are doing a sound check, which happens to be like the wrong timing when it comes to me going live. But you know what? This is par for the topic. And the topic is that if you don't share your failures, then you're actually setting yourself up for failure. Now, great timing, right? All right, so I'm here at the Decameron. It's an amazing pool, amazing beach, an amazing resort. And actually, right here at this bar, I had a conversation with somebody last night that inspired me to make this video. So, as I was saying before I got interrupted by the sound check, I'm here in Haiti, and I came a few days earlier. So this is great. I've had a chance to hang out with some locals up in the mountains, doing all kinds of cool stuff. And it's really given me a good sense of not only the Haitian people, but the Haitian culture. And just to give you some kind of fun excerpts from my journey. This is a trip up to the mountains, about 45 minutes up on a motorbike. These are actually water chestnuts that you're looking at here. And it was pretty sweet. We walked all the way back. I made some new friends. It's been pretty awesome, and I'm really excited now that the Haiti Tech Summit is actually starting. Can you see me? Maybe I need to get my face in the sun. There we go. All right, hopefully the wind's not too bad. This is live. This is me failing at this video right now. So what I want to talk about is a conversation that I had with this young Haitian entrepreneur, and it really inspired me to share the fact that if you don't share failure, if you don't share the failure that you're experiencing, you're setting yourself up for failure. You know, when I draw my stick figures, I fail a lot, but I keep drawing. And at the end of the day, here's the situation. See, she makes purses and handbags, and so I was talking with her about it, and she did a really good job explaining what it was that her handbags, how they differentiated in the marketplace. We did a little 313, we kind of talked about what it was, and she really presented herself as though the business was doing great. And I had a chance to get to know her a little bit more. We hung out, we played some beach volleyball, it's a bunch of people together, and after I built a little bit of trust, I asked her, I said, tell me honestly, how is the business doing? Like, is it really doing well? Because you seem to have really shown that it was doing well. And what happened is that she ditched the act and she told me that things weren't well. And with recent protests and with the economy, she's having a hard time staying in business. And I talked to her for a second and I said, look, you have to realize that people, if they think that everything's great, they won't know how how they can actually help you out. And this is really important because you can use the 313 and you can get a killer pitch down and you can communicate your idea with confidence. But if you're not being honest with the person and you're not ditching the act about the actual situation and what's really happening, then you're missing out on a huge part of the ability to connect with that person. Now, when she told me the truth about what was going on and she ditched the act, what she actually did was she started to share with me some of the failures that she's experiencing. And one of the things I'm going to talk about in the Ditch the Act keynote that I'm giving here is that people don't care about your story. Now that may sound harsh, but think about that. People don't care about your story. They care about how they see themselves in your story. And if all you're doing is sharing the good, the glitz, the glam, where everything's fine, you're not having any issues, that's harder to relate to because most entrepreneurs, most people have struggles that they deal with. And so if you're not incorporating the reality of what's happening with your business, you don't give the opportunity for people to actually help you out. And here at a place like the Haiti Tech Summit, there's a bunch of people that want to help each other. But if you're only showcasing the good about your business and you're not disclosing what is not going right, it doesn't leave opportunity for people to actually get involved and understand how they can help. So when you are communicating your business, when you're sharing your idea, when you're talking to people about what you're excited about, don't forget to put a real filter on it. As in, tell them what is going wrong and what some of the struggles are and what you actually need help with. Because if you don't do that, people won't think to help you. And if you need help, ditching the act is a way to let people know that you do need some help. So, if you don't share failure, you set yourself up for failure. If you want to follow my journey and what I'm doing here in Haiti, I'm pretty much tweeting everything out, so you can follow me on Twitter. That's at Ryan Foland. Again, if you are sharing what you do, but you're sharing what you do in a way that only highlights the good, not the bad and not your version of ugly, then the problem is that you don't allow people the chance to know they can help you out. And this same lady, after we talked about this, her whole demeanor changed. She literally was just like a calm and peaceness came over her, if peaceness is even a word. And she became more comfortable, and she became more real, and she became more relatable. And later on that night, she had a chance to talk with somebody who's done a lot of investing in Haiti, and in part of that pitch, she made sure to include what wasn't going right, and that actually opened up the opportunity for her to carry on a longer and more legitimate and more authentic conversation with that person that actually might lead to some sort of business. So again, it looks like I have ears right now, like I have palm tree ears. So the point I want you to know is that if you don't share your failure and you don't give people a chance to see themselves in your story, then they're not going to know how they help you out. Hey, what's up, buddy? Emanuel, I'm going live right now, and what I was doing was I was in there and they did a everybody meet Emanuel.
Hey guys, I'm Emanuel. Nice to meet you all.
So I was sharing the story of our friend that has the bags.
Yes.
Which
yes.
she was sharing and Sajin, and she was sharing that like everything's great.
Yeah.
And then I talked with her afterwards and I was like, is it really going great?
Oh.
And
yeah.
she said, well, it's not really going great. And that's the moment when everybody was like,
yeah, so that's when you get everyone's attention.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that idea? Is as an entrepreneur, you feel like you want to share the good, but what do you think about the importance of sharing what's really going on?
I think it's very important because once you start doing that, that's when you start having everyone's trust. People say, okay, if he's willing to share the negative, that means what he's saying about the positive may be true. So once you start sharing the negative, people start to first having more trust, and second, to connect more with you because everyone has some downfall.
And you gave the example of the waiter, right?
The waiter, absolutely.
Tell everybody about the waiter.
So
I love this.
So basically, the example is when we all, I'm sure, been to a restaurant. Sometimes we ask the waiter, "Oh, what do you think about this in the menu?" If everything you ask the waiter says, "Oh, it's great, it's good, it's great," you would still have in the back of your mind, you will be wondering, "Is it really great?" But if you ask the waiter about 5 things and then she or he says, "This one is not my favorite," then that's when you start to have more choice to say, okay, if she or that person says, okay, I don't really like this one, the one she said or he said that he likes, then you have more choice to really believe maybe, okay, that I should go with that one. So basically that's the idea, of course.
I love it. All right, I'll let you get to the beach. I'm gonna come jump in a minute.
Oh, I see you guys. All right,
Thanks
guys.
for jumping in.
Day, guys.
So what a great example. If you are at a restaurant and you ask the waiter for his or her opinion on what's good, and if they say every single thing is good, you might not trust them. But if they say, look, I'm gonna be real with you here, I like these and these I don't like as much, that's when you actually start to trust the waiter and you most likely will take their suggestion. So think of the next time that you're gonna talk about what you're doing and try to make sure you ditch the act and you weave in what's really going on. What is the failure behind the success? And then that opens up the opportunity for people to actually care about what you do. And at the end of the day, you know, like I said, people don't care about what you do, they care about the problem that you solve. and they don't care about your story, they care about how they see themselves in your story. And if you're not giving them an authentic look at your story and really what you're doing, then you're missing the opportunity to connect with them as a human. And to practice for my rap, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give it to you real. So here is the deal, let me give it to you real. The key to connection is to learn to reveal. You see, you are not perfect and neither am I. And that is the exact reason we see eye to eye. Everybody's different, but we are all the same. And to be perfectly imperfect is how you win the game. If you only share the good and do not share the bad, you will miss connections that you never knew you had. People ask me all the time how to build a brand. I tell them good news, it is something that they already have. It's the intersection between two special things. It's what you want to be known for and what people think. And then I've got some other lines, but I'm still working on it. All right, if you learn to ditch the act, when you learn to ditch the act and learn to be yourself, it opens up conversations of how people can help. Bam, there you go. Well, I gotta go jump in the water. I gotta go practice my ditch the act rap, but I appreciate you hanging out. Hopefully the windy noise wasn't too bad. And remember that if you don't share your failure, you set yourself up for failure. So keep sharing, follow me on social. I'm doing a lot of sharing, and this was legitimately, some could argue, a failure as a live stream. But I don't think so, because I'm bringing you along with the journey. And if anybody's been live streaming before, things go wrong, and maybe that makes this a little bit more relatable. All right, we'll talk to you later. For now, this ocean is calling.